Good morning. So today we're gonna go get some auction items. A week ago there was an auction, online auction, while we were camping, and we all sat in town on our phones, went through the auction items online, bought a few things, bought a bush hog, a harrow, welder, pile of tires, toolboxes, stuff like that. So today we're gonna load up and go pick that stuff up. Justin just got here in the white F350. And the gold one should be coming up here soon. So we got to go to Presque, half hour north, and then we've got to go to Frenchville, a couple hours north of us, and get a bush hog, hook that bush hog to the back of the truck, and drive it home. Same with the harrow, but luckily the harrow is just in Presque, so that'll be a little bit easier. But we're gonna get loaded up, head out.
We're here at Greg Auctions, not Greg's Place. We've got a couple of small items here. We're going to load up onto the white truck. We're going to get some range. We're going to find a tart before the ESOL welder here. But we'll get the small stuff loaded up with the harrow hooked up onto the white F350 here. And then we're going to head north in the other truck and grab a bush hog. So this stuff will wait here until we get back with bush hog, and then we'll head already home together. So.
Yeah, 500.
Got most of these tires for about $5 a piece. They'll be good for the potato planter, the rock picker, the grain drill, the manure spreader. They're all pretty much the same style wheel. As long as you have a matching pair, they'll work. I'm gonna put these on the Jeep. I got 2 of these already.
I'm aggressive.
That's pretty rough.
What are you putting those on?
Toolboxes? Oh, I don't know. Just got them super cheap. I think I paid $35 or $40 each on the toolboxes, and the steps I paid $8 for.
really want to grab a tarp or something for that, just for the drive home anyway. Something small. The problem is the harrow's in the down position right now, so we can't pull the pickup. We've got to have hydraulics to pick it up, so we're going to use this New Holland that didn't sell in the auction, so it's still here. We're going to hook it up to the harrow while the truck is hooked up to the harrow so that we can raise it up, chain it up in the up position, and then unhook the harrow once we have it up, and hopefully be able to grab it home no problem. But that's a big tractor for us anyways, with a huge baler on the back. So to get that shimmied into here, we got to move a bunch of stuff here. See what we can do.
There you go.
Well, that could be a pin, since it's sandwiched.
Yeah, we got extras. We got the same exact setup.
I guess we could pull these lines back a little bit to get a little more length. I don't know which one they are.
Yeah, the green.
Is the green? That's the one that you fished up at. No problem. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That won't crank, will it, with that motor on there? way, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I gotta fix that. The white truck's all loaded up. Got the harrow and all the tires, welder, all the stuff on there. I'll leave that here, head north, grab the bush hog, come back. So we're here in Presque. We're getting back up to the bush hog here. The guy's gonna show up here in a little bit, 20 minutes or so. And he's gonna fold up the wing for us so we can take it down the road. So we're just gonna jack it up, drop bolts in it, and we'll head it back up to the yard. We gotta flip the hitch over. That's too low. Oh wait, hydraulics will pick it up. Probably we should still flip it over though. So that tire is blown up, but we don't need that one, so that's okay. It would be nice to have a spare, but the rest besides this one look okay. That one's got a big hole in the sidewall, so I don't know if that's gonna make it. I don't even know, was it 100 miles? I think it's 100 miles.
An hour.
Well, yeah. He welded those on, that's funny.
Yeah, you can weld cast.
Yeah. I mean, all it's doing is sitting here, so. Okay, let's pull out and get it up into his yard. So the starter in this is a little bit sensitive. It's been fine all day. I haven't driven this truck much this year. These solenoids sticking on it a little bit. And once you tap it with the hammer a couple times, it's normally good for the summer. But it's giving trouble now, so I gotta give it a whack and then I'll crank it over. Where'd my wrench go? Do I have a wrench up here? Is there a smallish wrench? Might be able to do it with a hammer. Can you see in there? The AC's dropping on me. So we just want to check out any bearings that we can, any pivot points or anything. Because this farm equipment's not made to go down the road for long distances, more just to go between fields. And we're gonna go, I'm hoping we can go 40, 45 miles an hour, and we're gonna go 100 miles. So. Looks good. That's great. The last thing we got to do is just get that batwing up. Hopefully he'll be here soon. The rain's coming. Got that. Can you pull some slack? Pull some slack out of your end. Be easier. Hold that handle. Yeah. We'd like to lift it up a little bit more, but I don't have any way to. What's that? I'm about 2 inches. I guess once we get air in the tires, it'll be all right. Middle? All right. There's a lot more weight on this side.
Good thing that side's got the good tires.
Yeah.
Look how much tighter that's adjusted than that.
Well, it's not the adjustment. It's just that's how much weight's on this side.
Well, he's got an inch more. I mean,
Oh, I see. Yeah. You're right. Huh. Man, this might have been a double that way.
I don't think it was. Oh, it definitely was.
You think so? I know. It could have come from the factory like that, and you could have gotten maybe. You know what I mean? Well, I guess we could look at the model. That'll tell us. We've got the bush hog on the F350. We've got the batwing pulled up on it. We've got a chain holding it up because the lock that it's supposed to have going down the road looks a little sketchy, so chain is back up so it doesn't give us any trouble. One tire is definitely not going to survive, but another tire is already blown out on it. So James Pelletier, who's the neighbor to the guy we bought this from, actually has a spare tire he's going to give us, so that's super nice. It'll be super nice to have that peace of mind. I would guess since we'll have a spare, it's not going to blow out. The only way it's going to blow out is if the spare is wrong, and then it'll blow out. But, so we're going to grab the spare and head down the road, see how fast we can go with this thing, try to get home by 5 o'clock. So far, so good. Doing about 50 miles an hour. Tires are okay. Staying cool because of the rain. Nothing looks like it's falling off. All right. We made it back from Frenchville. It was going good until about 5 miles ago. I started to feel a vibration, and we had the tread on one of the tires let go. It was the one that we thought was going to give us trouble. That sidewall is messed up, but it was just the tread. Should we change it or just run it? Think so? I couldn't put any air in it. There's like the valve stem's like full of rubber or something. It's probably for the best. Well, this one's smaller too, so it should match. $205.70.15. It'll be all right. Use the little one. Almost got it. We don't have any way to put a new one on though. Hold on. Okay. All right. Oh, is it really?
I might just have. There'd be no reason to just be nitrogen or calcium.
Right. Oh yeah, wasn't that outer one filled too? Remember I said, man, that one's way heavier. Oh, or was it that one? Maybe it was that one when I jacked it up. I can't remember. I imagine we have some random 15s we could put on here. Go ahead. Lift with your back and twist. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there's the twist. All right. That is smaller, huh?
No, this one blows, it'll come in handy.
Oh, it's on a pivot, isn't it? Not really, I guess. Okay, new tires on. Gonna get the white truck. Head down the road. Pretty bad, so we pulled over figuring it was about to blow, but it looks fine. I think it's just a play in that joint or something. You think that could be it? I assume we just hit a bump and it's just... Yeah. Okay. How's the speed? Yeah. Getting sketched out there in town, people on both sides.
Yeah.
They're warm. This one's warm. I would say we better do 45. I think 45 is plenty.
That's what I've been doing, right?
Yeah.
Whenever you buy a used bush hog, everybody's going to tell you you shouldn't do it because the gearboxes are pretty expensive on these things, and they get tore up quite a bit. People hitting big rocks and breaks the gearbox, breaks the gears inside. And they're pretty pricey to replace them. So everybody says get something that you know, get a good one, get something from somebody that's been taking care of it. And this one's definitely had some wear and tear on it. Bought it sight unseen, saw it in the auction online. Should have looked at it. We'll see. we'll see. We haven't spun the PTO on it yet, but we're hoping it's going to be okay. So with the gearbox, we're checking the oil. We're going to take it out here and mow this sweet clover here in a minute if we can. But checking the oil, the fill plugs have grease fittings in them, and the gearboxes do not take grease. They take 90 weight gear oil. So stuck a stick down in there and pulled it out, and it's all grease. So not sure why the previous owner put grease in there. They shouldn't have. It's not meant to have grease. It's supposed to have gear oil. I'm hoping that they just didn't know, put grease in there and everything's okay. Next scenario would be the seals are bad in the gearboxes and it leaks oil, so they put grease in there because grease is thicker than oil and it won't leak through the seals. Another bad scenario would be that the gearboxes are getting loud. The gears in there have some wear, something's wrong in there, so they put grease in to try to muffle the noise of the loud gears for the sale. And then the worst case scenario is that the gearboxes are just dynamited and there's nothing left of it. And we haven't spun the PTO shaft, so we have no idea. They could be bad. But we're going to put some gear oil, top them up, because there wasn't enough lubrication in there at all. Probably in the future we'll pull the covers off the gearboxes and get the oil out. But for now we're going to top them up, try it out, make sure that everything sounds nice and sounds okay, and give it a try. Yeah, I think you do. So it's not supposed to have a grease fitting on it. I'm not sure what they were thinking. I'm guessing it's just the seals. Like Peter said, it was see, it says right there, right beside the plug. I don't know how you don't see that. They must have known. Oh, I gotta tighten the bolts on the gearbox too. I'm assuming that it's the seals and that it just leaks oil, and so they put grease in it. That's what Dennis would do on his wheel bearings on his trailer truck when he would lose a wheel seal.
Middle of the yard.
Okay, so we found a spare tire behind our machine shed that worked on there. And then I took the one that we lost the tread on in town on the road. I took that and I put that on the far side because it's rubber filled. So I think it should be fine, especially if we're doing farm work. I think it'll last us just fine. So we got this other one pulled off. I can take those two spares that James gave us to get home. And we can go out in the field and try this new mower out. Well, bush hog works. Just mowed about 3 or 4 acres with it. Worked great. Slipped the clutch a little bit. I was mowing some really tall, like 5 foot tall sweet clover, and it was just a little bit too much for it. So I got to check, see if that clutch is in adjustment. I'm assuming it was just where there's some really heavy grass. It was right where my French drain for my house comes out. So I'm thinking that my drain is watering the field really nicely right there, because it wouldn't slip anywhere else except where that drain was, where it was putting some extra water into the field. And I think the grass was really happy to have it, and it was really thick and dense there. But it worked great. White 105 loved it. Didn't have any problems. Mowed that field pretty quick and did a good job. The only thing is the hydraulics for this wing here kept kind of creeping up, and it would start to pick up the wing a little bit. So I'd have to just, every pass pretty much bump it and drop it back down. So I got to look at that, see if maybe one of the other remotes on the tractor would be better to put it on that has a float mode, because I think it's got to have a float, because the piston only has pressure up and then float down. So, but besides that, it worked awesome. Put some oil in the differentials. Let's see if they're hot. I guess they're warm, but I can hold my hand on them. So they're not hot, but so we'll check those out sometime. I gotta go over it with a wrench and make sure everything's nice and tight. And there's a couple of cracks in the machine that I gotta weld up at some point, but nothing major. We can use it. It mows really good. I mowed behind the shop, mowed that field. Does a nice cut. I do have to sharpen the blades on it, but minor details. So yeah, pretty good auction. Pretty good bunch of stuff from the auction. We'll try that harrow out next time we have some open ground, see if that works good. Not much to those, it's all there, so I'm sure it's going to pull through the ground nice. We'll see how it lays down a nice bed for seed. But yeah, go get the rest of the tires and all that stuff unloaded and call it a day. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.